So, welcome friends in another topic of entomology, the insect reproductive system or the reproductive system of insect in both the male and female. Actually, the reproduction is the important factor of the outbreak of the particular insect species that can or they can survive on the planet Earth. They can multiply themselves in a proper way while going to their reproduction. There are some types of reproductions too, we will see it in upcoming slides. So let's start with the first, male reproductive system. But before going to handle this topic, we have to understand what is actual reproduction. Okay, reproduction is nothing but the multiplication of a particular organism, okay, or it is nothing but difference, having no much more difference in vertebrates, or they are similar in structure and functions to vertebrates also. So most insect species reproduce sexually by internal fertilization. Okay, then there are some functions of reproductions, male reproductive systems too. Actually, male reproductive system, while we are going to study the male reproductive system in insect, we need to know the major important points or the functions of the male reproductive system. Actually, there is a quite having not any major difference na vertebrates in insects too. So all the reproductions to systems or the organs are the same as like to the vertebrates too. So first function is important, the production of sperm. Male reproductive system, production of sperm takes place, then storage of sperm, then delivery of sperm in the female. Okay, this is the in short mechanism of male reproductive system. They produce initially its sperm, they have storage capacity of sperms or in a and then transfer of the sperm to the female. So let's start with the proper figure. So this is schematic diagram representing the proper organs, internal organs of the reproductive systems of male. There are two pairs of testes, then pair of vasa differentia, then seminal vesicle, ejaculatory duct and accessory gland. So these are the five important part of the playing important role in the male reproductive system. So testes. Testes are in two pairs. Actually, they are located near the back of the abdomen. So abdomen, as we seen, abdomen is the playing major important role for the reproductive purpose. So it is located usually near the back of the abdomen. Then each testis is subdivided into functional unit. So in case of male, there are some follicles where the sperm is actually produced. So in testis, you need to know that properly actually the sperm is produced where it is produced properly, it is produced in the follicles only. So in the testis, so it's a functional unit of the testis called follicles where actually the preparation or production of sperm takes place. Then near the distal end of each follicle there are a group of sperm cell, okay, spermatogonia, that divided by the mitosis and increase in size to form spermatocytes. So these are the spermatocytes which is actually increase in size to form a spermatogonia, which is divided by the mitosis and increase in size and then form spermatocytes. So in the testis, major part you need to know the follicles where actually sperm production takes place. Then vasa difference. So I will explain this mechanism, how actually from starting of the production of sperm to the insertion of sperm into female organ. I will explain it later, but before that you need to know properly actual internal organs of that male reproductive system. So next one is the Vasa difference. It receives the sperm from the testis and facilitates their transport to ejaculatory duct. So Vasa difference having main function actually is receive the sperm from the testis. So this is a Vasa difference, a roll like structure. Okay, it receives the sperm from the testis and transfer to the seminal vesicle or ejaculatory duct. Actually seminal vesicles is a sac like structure. Next to that, Vasa difference. Okay, then which is sperm, where sperm is actually storage of sperm is actually takes place. Then ejaculatory duct, it is ectodermal in origin. Both the Vasa differentia open distally into the ejaculatory duct. So there are two things. One is ectodermal in origin, all the organs too, and second one endodermal in origin. Endo means internal origin, endodermal, ectodermal. So dermal means layer or skin or opening. Endo means internal, ecto means outer opening. So these are the two important terms you have to remember time to time, because all the bases depend on all the organs of the reproductive too, then all the systems too. The terms are helpful to you with the upcoming topics. So the main important function of Vasa difference, they transfer the receive sperm from the testis and transfer to the ejaculatory duct. Then seminal vesicle, it is a sac like structure as we are seeing here, which is sperm is actually storage. So this is a storage house of sperm or storage tank of sperm or seminal vesicle. For better understanding, you need to go through such terms, so it will be remember you properly. Then ejaculatory duct is the ectodermal in origin, means see, ejaculatory duct ectodermal in origin means the origin is outer side or outer side of the skin. Okay, both the Vasa difference open distally into ejaculatory duct. So both the Vasa difference okay, both the Vasa difference open into the ejaculatory duct directly. So behind the ejaculatory duct, all the seminal vesicles, Vasa difference and testis, these are endodermal in origin, but the ejaculatory duct is ectodermal in origin. So you have to see this properly. Then accessory gland play the important role in the male reproductive systems too. So ectodynia and mesodynia, there are two terms similar to ectodermal and endodermal origin. Okay, the ectodermal origin and the open into ejaculatory duct, example in Coleoptera. Okay, the ectodynia is having ectodermal in origin and open into the ejaculatory duct. For example, Coleoptera. Then mesodynia dental origin and the open into Vasa difference, seminal vesicles or ejaculatory duct. Example, Orthopoda. So there are some kind of examples here. So you have to highlight or you have to remember that term ectodynia, endodynia with their example, how actually it open into the or connected into the another organs. Okay. Then the glands have two major functions. Okay, that one accessory gland. Actually what happened, accessory gland manufacture the seminal fluid or a liquid medium that sustain and nourish mature sperm while they are in the male's genital system, production of spermatospore. So spermatospores are produced by the accessory gland. This is the main important function of the accessory gland, production of spermatophores. Then manufacture of the seminal fluid. Seminal fluid is required to nourish to sustain or to nourish the mature sperm only while they are in the male's genital system. So these are two important functions of accessory gland. Please properly go through it. So spermatophore, spermatogonia, and these kind of terms you have to remember time to time. And sperm transfer. Actually, what happened? Sperm how actually transferred? Intragenital, hemocoelus, and so it's another part how actually sperm transfer into the insect. There are three terms. It is categorized in three terms: intragenital, hemocoelus, and external. How actually transfer of sperm from male to female takes place. So there are three important types here. So through which this sperm actually takes place to transfer from male to female. The first is intragenital, means the common is one of the common method through the adagus. Adagus is the male genital organ. This term is very important in the exam point of view. What is adagus? Adagus, as like that question will be asked in the examination point of view. So it's nothing but the male genital organ. So via vaginal orifice into female genital passage. So it intragenital means only the male to female by the adagus, means male genital organs only. Then in case of hemocoelus, the sperm are transferred into the body cavity. Hemo म्हणजे hemolymph. For a additional information point of view, hemolymph is an insect blood, and that blood actually moving or containing that cavity of insect, it is called hemocoelus. Means coelus means the cavity, and hemo means the blood. Actually the blood is moving or having the insect cavity is called hemocoelus. So sperm are transferred into the only to the body cavity. So the best example is bedbug. In case of bedbug, so this kind of sperm transfer takes place. So external, in case of external, the spermatophores are ejected out into the open place by the male, while female walk on it and gets inseminated. Example, silver fleece. In case of what happened, external, the male sperm are they totally inserted on the suppose a open place too, and then if the reproduction happened, the female are going on it and just they can absorb that male sperm and get inseminated. And so these three things you need to know properly. The transfer of how actually transfer of sperm takes place by intragenital, hemocoelus, and external methods. So similar to that, female reproductive system, how actually female reproductive system are between the male and female, their kind of organs to be there to difference the male and female reproductive system. So in case of female reproductive system, there are pair of ovarioles, while in case of male there are testes. Then second, lateral oviduct, median oviduct, spermatheca, vagina or genital chamber, and then accessory gland. So this is the proper schematic diagram of female reproductive system of insect. So ovariole is one of the important term in case of female reproductive system. Each ovariole is subdivided into functional unit called ovarioles. The ovary, there are two ovaries in female, but actually what happened, each ovarioles is subdivided into functional unit, just like a male reproductive system. The functional unit, it is called as a follicles, where actually sperm is produced. But in case of female reproduction, the ovules where the eggs actually produce. So for the differentiative point of view, ovules and follicles you have to need to know properly. Then near the distal end of the each ovariole there are a group of germ cells, oogenia, then that divided by the mitosis and increase in size to form oocytes. Okay, so germarium, pair of ovary, a ovariole, mature oocytes. So if you see that the distal end of the each ovarioles na, there are a group of germ cells, oogenia, that divide into which is divided by the mitosis and increase in size to form oocytes. So oocytes next playing a major role in the female system. So ovarioles, now how actually ovariole divided? Actually ovarioles means that only this part. Okay, how actually ovarioles are divided. So terminal filaments kind of filament, it is apical prolongation, contain mass of nuclei with scanty cytoplasm. Then germarium, so ovariole properly divided with the first terminal filaments, second germarium, vitellarium and pedicel. So the germarium is playing the important active site of the oogenesis. Okay, then vitellarium, outside development takes place, fully grown ova provided two membrane, outer chorion and inner vitelline. So in case of pedicel, the stalk of the ovarioles and provide passage to ova to form vitellarium to internal duct. So या प्रकारामध्ये ओव्हेरिओल्स मध्ये या चार प्रकारात डिवाइड झाला असून या प्रत्येकाचे फंक्शन्स कसे थोडे वेगळे आहेत. तर ह्या टर्म थोड्या माहीत करून घेणं गरजेचं आहे आणि याचे ॲक्टिव्ह जे प्रॉपर फंक्शन आहेत ते प्रॉपर फंक्शन बघणं पण थोडं गरजेचं आहे. कारण यावर नेहमी क्वेश्चन असा विचारला जातो की पेडिसल कसं आहे, त्याच्यानंतर विटेलेरियम काय काम करतं, जर्मेनियम काय काम करतं, अशा पॉईंट रिलेटेड जे क्वेश्चन आहेत ते नेहमी या सिस्टमवर विचारल्या जाऊ शकतात. म्हणून यांचे इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स आणि त्याचे फंक्शन खूप महत्त्वाचे आहेत. नेक्स्ट जर आपण बघितलं तर लॅटरल ओव्हिडक्ट. आता लॅटरल ओव्हिडक्ट काय करतंय की हे तर पेअर याचे 2 नंबरमध्ये हे प्रेझेन्स असते आणि इनलाय पाऊच विच स्टोअर एग्स. सो सेमिनल वेसिकल आपण बघितलं मेल याच्यामध्ये की ते स्पर्म स्टोरेज करते, परंतु फिमेल याच्यामध्ये जर एग स्टोरेज करत असेल तर ती जी लॅटरल ओव्हिडक्ट आहे, लॅटरल ओव्हिडक्टच एग स्टोअर करण्याचं काम करते, म्हणून याचं मेजर फंक्शन आहे. देन मेडियन ओव्हिडक्ट ectodermal in origin just like the median oviduct. So ectodermal in origin, so it open into outsides, so it is short but broad duct anteriorly the lateral duct. Okay, so median oviduct चं पण एवढं लक्षात ठेवायचं फक्त की median oviduct जे आहे, जसं की आपण मेल रिप्रोडक्शन मध्ये बघितलं की इजॅक्युलेटरी डक्ट जी आहे, इजॅक्युलेटरी डक्ट ही काय आहे, एक्टोडर्मल इन ओरिजिन आहे. त्याच प्रकारे फिमेलमध्ये जर एक्टोडर्मल जर ओरिजिन काही असेल तर ते म्हणजे मेडियन ओव्हिडक्ट आहे. तर अशा प्रकारच्या छोट्या छोट्या गोष्टी यामध्ये थोडं लक्षात ठेवणं गरजेचं आहे, कारण कन्फ्युजिंग क्वेश्चन अशा गोष्टीवर तयार होतो आणि नेमका परीक्षेमध्ये तो क्वेश्चन विचारला गेल्यामुळं थोडा संभ्रम निर्माण होऊ शकतो. त्यानंतर spermatheca also important playing a major role in the female reproduction. So it is ectodermal in origin, invagination in 8 sterna. Okay, spermatheca epithelium secrete nutrient for sperm store in spermatheca. Okay, spermatheca याचं मेन फंक्शन आपण जर बघितलं तर सिक्रेट्स करते न्यूट्रिएंट फॉर स्पर्म स्टोरेज साठी. ओके, देन spermathecal duct open into genital chamber. Okay, then last part is the genital chamber or the vaginal organ. The posterior part of the median oviduct which modified into a sac like structure ओपन आउटसाइड बाय द वल्वा. आता या प्रकारचे टर्म तुम्हाला इथे बघणं महत्त्वाचे आहेत आणि याचं मेन प्रॉपर फंक्शन काय आहे फक्त तेच हायलाइट करणं इथे गरजेचं आहे. त्याच्यानंतर ॲक्सेसरी ग्लँड्स both the gland present in male and female too, but the function is totally different. So in case of female, the accessory gland, it may be a one pair or two pair. It supply lubricants for the reproductive system and secrete a protein which actually surround the entire egg, chorion. Okay, chorion is the rich protein, actually the outer cover of the egg of the insect. It is totally having the chorion, so it's a protein. You need to know that the accessory gland actually secrete the protein called chorion and that surround the entire egg after the laying of the egg. So it's maybe a protective cover and supply lubricant. First function is the supply lubricant for the reproductive system and secrete the protein called chorion. Then next, these glands are usually connected by a small duct or the common oviduct. So it's a simple, it is connected with the small duct or the common oviduct too. Okay, accessory glands. These are one maybe or maybe in a two in a quantity. So actually how mating happens? It is categorized in the two form. So monogamous matings and polygamous mating. In case of monogamous, when female of some species are essentially mate only one mate, okay, to transfer or to receive the sperm from male insect. The polygamous, in case of polygamous, when female insects mate several to many times. So exam point of view na, these two terms are very important, monogamous and polygamous. Then how actually reproduction takes place? I told you from initially the types of reproduction itself. There are kind of reproductions including on the basis of mating happen or transfer of sperm, maybe either not or yes. So in case of viviparity type of reproduction, what happened? Actually females, these are oviparous, they can lay egg, they can embryonic development happen and after oviposition by utilizing the yolk, means it's just like a egg of hen. So the oviparous means actually the type of reproduction where the laying of egg can takes place. So it is common in all the Lepidopterus too, headless yellow stem borers too. So next one, you simply remember that only oviparous means they only lay eggs. Then viviparity. So viviparity kind of reproduction where actually egg development takes place within the mother. Within the mother means that no need to there is no need to means either legs. So viviparity having sub categorized in the four ways that those are ovoviviparity. So fertilized eggs containing yolk are incubated inside the reproductive tract of the female, example thrips. So the term is quite confusing like terms, so you have to remember their name with the function or with the proper mechanism of in case of those terms. So pseudoplacental viviparity means this occur when a yolk deficient egg develop in the genital tract of the female, example aphid. In case of aphid, this kind of pseudoplacental viviparity takes place when deficient egg develop into the genital tract only. Then hemocoelous viviparity, this involve embryonic development free in the females hemolymph with the nutrient takes by the osmosis, example Galmage. Then adenotrophic means this occur when a poorly developed larva hatch and feed orally from accessory glands only, the secretion within the uterus of the mother. So this plies, this is the best example of that adenotrophic viviparity. So while going to remembering these terms, you have to write down with the their correct spelling and correct examples too, and the proper mechanism how actually they lay egg or not lay the egg. Okay. Then parthenogenetic. So this is also kind of reproduction, and it's a major reproduction happen in three ways: aristotochy, teletotochy, amphitochy. Actually in the parthenogenesis, reproduction happen without fertilization. Okay, and it categorized like that. So in case of aristotochy, they are produce males only. Teleto means they are produce females only, and amphi or deutero means they produce both male and female too. So wasps or hymenopteron. In case of hymenopteron, this kind of reproduction occur. So oviparity, from oviparity to viviparity, it categorized in 4 way, but the parthenogenetic also categorized in three way. So you have to prepare like that the name of that concept with the proper spelling, the kind of mechanism happened, or the best example or sub categorization too. Then next one is the polyembryony. This is the form of sexual reproduction involve the production of 2 or more embryos form a one eggs. Okay, this is the simple definition of the polyembryology by subdividing in a by subdivision. So it is mostly observed in a parasitic insect, Platygaster oryzae, or in case of parasitic insect means it parasitic insects in case of parasitic insect. Okay, so polyembryony so play an major role, while the production of 2 or more embryo can happen from a single eggs too. So this is actually the male and female reproductive system. So while preparing to this, you have to initially write down the draw the diagram properly, then give the name of that diagram, and then how actually by the mechanism to mechanism it takes place. You have to remember kind of by following the kind of method too. Then you will remember it properly with the male, female, and actually how the types occur in the reproduction. Thank you.